Tell roll out, nigga, yeah. See this here full of straight ballin' niggas. Niggas know how to relax up in here.
All right, folks. We back in the lab. We back in the studio. It's Captain's Log podcast and YouTube show. I'm your host, Rob. This is my host, Rick. What's good?
Yes, sir, man. What's up, dude?
Special guest came through. Special guest, Cuzzo, Ronald, Ralo, Whaley? Correct me. Okay. Look, you can tell we ain't been cousins that long.
Go ahead. Yeah, just a little bit of our whole life.
Yeah, whole life, man. But you know how the parents is. Father and mother was on the bull. But we here now, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. We've been trying to plan this for a minute. I know the times wasn't aligning, but we here now, and we're glad to have you. Just real quick, man. Just tell the folks who you are. Who are you? What do you do? What you about? What are you here for?
All right, cool. First of all, I want to say thank y'all for having me. You know, I done seen the shows. It's really good. You know, I'm a little biased because it's family. So you know how that is.
Nah, don't give us no slack.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, though. Appreciate it.
You know, it's good. And from when he first started, and I see the growth and the vision. So you said my name is Ronald, Ralo, Whaley. Everybody know me as Ralo. I'm a returning citizen. You know, I'm a community activist. I'm a father. I'm a football coach. You know, I wear a whole lot of different hats. You know, as far as employment, you know, I'm a director of programs for a gun violence intervention organization called Cure the Streets, where, you know, our goal, our mission, our model is to stop and reduce gun violence. Not only that, you know, I'm a founder of another gun violence prevention organization called the No Slide Zone, and it's almost geared towards the same thing as with Cure, but with the No Slide Zone, we like to work in neighborhoods all over the city. All right. On top of that, I have my own clothing line called Love Always Wins. So, like I said, you know, I'm a man of many hats. But the most important role that I play and that I have is being dad. You know? So.
Well, look, shout out to you, bro.
Appreciate it.
I ain't doing enough. Shit.
We ain't doing enough of shit, man.
Appreciate it.
All right. So when we first start the show, man, we always do this thing called weekend recap, where you just briefly go over what you did over the weekend, whether you did a bunch of shit, whether you did a little bit of shit, man. You know, we the world, we want to know, the world want to know.
Yeah.
So how was your weekend? What'd you do?
My weekend was good. My sister, Shaquanda, she had a party for her son, Lil Gene. So the family was over there. The kids was able to get play inside of the game truck. You know, I spent the weekend with my kids, so there was a whole lot of cocoa melon and you know,
Not the cocoa melon.
yeah,
Lord Jesus.
and 2 movies. One of them's called The Bad Guys, which is a good animated cartoon, good, cool, had a really good message in it. Of course, the kids don't see the message, but
Right.
you know, it was a really good message. So, you know, if no one's seen it, you should probably see
Bad
that.
Guys.
And watching football, watching sports, football. Yeah, it was some really good, close games.
Crazy games this year.
Yeah, and you know, I bleed football. You know, I played sports my whole life. Football, basketball, baseball. Even did a little boxing, but I went to college for football. So,
What college you went to?
West Virginia State University.
Okay. Shout out to West VA.
Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets.
Okay. All right, Rick, what about you?
Mine was actually pretty good, man. We went down North Carolina. You know, I got family in Littleton, North Carolina, and my mom has property down there. She bought 3 acres, so untouched. So it's, you know, family started to look at it, try to plan stuff out. So me, the wife, and the kids went down there and did a little walkabout on the property. And it was funny, man, because, like, it was thick. Like, it hasn't been touched in, like, forever. Last time trees were cut back was, like, 2012. So, like, everything was, like, trees everywhere, thick brush. Like, we're in there with machetes. And, like, my aunt, shout out to my aunt Ann. My aunt Ann, she's in her 70s, bro. She was out there in front of us with, like, a bush axe going hard the entire time. Then came back and fixed us, like, a heavy lunch. I'm talking about baked chicken, greens, rice, seafood salad, sweet potatoes, yams. I'm like, hey man, I need to get my shit together. So
You know how they do it down south.
yeah,
Right?
I know, man, and I love them to death, man. I got to see some of my family I haven't seen since my mom passed, and it was good reconnecting with everybody, letting the girls get out in the woods and chill and relax. We had fun, man. So we came back and just came back Sunday, chilled out and relaxed, and that was about it, man.
Okay.
Something low key.
For me, definitely did some testing, man. For those who don't know, you know, we've been editing this shit on a 13-year-old MacBook Air that I bought back in 2011, and we had another MacBook Pro that was in here. It just needed the screen repair. So I was like, man, let me go ahead and get this fixed, because between this last episode we did, you talking 3 angles and audio, it took me about a day just to render the audio and the video. So I was like, well, let's go ahead and just get this shit fixed. So it's fixed now. You know what I'm saying? I double-checked all the cameras. We had an issue last time. The camera stopped recording. My close-up on my man stopped recording at 30 minutes. So I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? He was looking real sharp in that joint. So checked all that, man. I spent a whole day just you know, wanting shit to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So did that. Saturday, my son had a basketball game. They got smashed on again.
Well, so you ain't talking about that
Man,
one.
look, the coach is gonna have to make an adjustment. So the problem is, first of all, the problem is them kids, they a little soft. You know, they play Upper Marlboro and they just play District Heights. You can tell them boys outside.
District Heights be out there.
You know, they out there. They was roughing them. They just was full court pressing them the whole game. So, you know, the point guard, our point guard is he ain't it. You know what I'm saying? He not him. So they just press him up, and he get mad. He just throw the ball, you know, or try to get it to a teammate. They just, you know, you get so frustrated that, you know, they can't get to half court. So they go up by like 30, and at 30, now they can't press.
Can't press.
So, but at this point, you know, their spirit is broken. These are 12 and 13-year-olds. So my son, Aiden plays a 4, and he coming off the bench. So he come in the game, he already know, look, he only got a little bit of the burst of energy. So if he run up and down the court, he down in the block, he trying to get the ball. They can't get the ball to him, so he looking at me. I'm like, you know, get back, you know. So I felt bad because, you know, it's 2 young coaches, and, you know, they mean well, but the issue is they overestimated these kids. They thought they could skip out on the fundamentals and just try to teach them plays. Well, these kids, they need to learn court vision. They need to learn how to dribble with their head up. They need to learn how to get rebounds. They need to learn how to put some body on people. They need to learn how to dribble. They need to learn a lot. You know, so I'm like, you telling them to run a play. I'm like, dude, you don't have no fucking play. You don't have a play. The play is get to half court. You have a play for that? So as a result, I mean, so the first game, they only scored 4 points. It was 54-4. This game, I think they had about 50-something as well, but I think we had like 10 or 12 points. It's just one kid that's scoring. And the crazy thing is the kid that's scoring be bullshitting in practice. Wow. They tell him to run, he be dragging his feet and shit. But he get in the game, and he's faster than everybody else, and he going straight to the racks. And I'm like, bro, why you don't, you know? So another issue I see is when they have them play each other, they do first team versus second team. But what are you really getting out of that? What are you getting out of having your starting 5 play against your bench?
Nothing.
Because what's going to happen is what's happening in the games is what first team is doing to second team. They can't get the ball to half court. So I'm like, why not even the teams out? You know what I'm saying? So they can at least get something. Or why you're starting 5? Why have all your strikers in the game at once? Why not have, if you know this dude is the man, but he not getting the ball because of what's going on, why not put him in the second unit so when you pull them out, you still got a more developed child on the floor who can lead them instead of you putting a whole second unit in and everybody dribbling with their head down.
Why
do
coach
that?
like I told you to?
Yeah,
I can't deal with the parents, man. I can't deal.
say
Why
that
you
with-
ain't coaching like I told you
I can't
to?
deal with the parents, man.
So look, well, coaching, and then just like how you were saying, how the coaches try to skip out on something, right? Can't do it,
No, you can't.
right? So, me this past season, I was coaching 13s, and had a really good, as some people would say, stacked team, right?
Yeah.
But what I love so much about our coaching staff was the fact that we took the time to teach. And that's not happening a lot in youth ball.
No, it's
football, basketball. It's not happening because a lot of these coaches feel like the kids and the teams is already so talented, and the level of competition might not be as good. So what they can do is just win the game off of talent. But they're not teaching.
Right.
And it's not helping the kids' development, because once they finish playing youth ball and when they go up, high school, then, man, they the same fish in
It's
that
different.
same tank. With, you know what I'm saying, all the other fish that can swim fast and, all of that. Especially if they fortunate enough to go to college. So it's a whole, you know what I'm saying, it's a different game. These coaches, so coaches, y'all out there listening, look, you have to teach. Don't guess, don't assume, none of that. You know what I'm saying? You got to start from the fundamentals. I don't care if you got Bronny James. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, start with the fundamentals. Now, you as a coach, you know what you have, right? Now, if you have a whole, like, maybe 12 to 15 kids, and you know that you only could take 10, you know who your 10 is going to be, right? So, but you still teach and develop all of them the same. Now, you may expect more from certain kids, but you teach and develop them at the same.
You're right. You're right, and I agree with it. When I did so before their game started, they had, I think they were 8 and 9s or maybe 9 and 10 playing, and I was telling my son, I was like, look at these youngins play. I was like, they do so much stuff that y'all don't on defense with your hands out, passing the ball, being vocal, setting picks. I was like, y'all don't do none of this. You understand? I was like, these kids is 3-4 years younger than you, and they out here, they passing the ball, and yeah, they shooting that joint from the hip, and they may not make nothing, but like they're doing what they supposed to do.
fundamentals down.
You know what I'm saying? Like the fundamentals is down. So I be trying to like respectfully be like, look, man, look, man, what y'all doing? Y'all need to like. This shit not working. Like, I be trying to find a way to just politely tell them,
Say
like, look, what y'all doing is not working, bro. Like, we need a new game plan. Like, you don't need to run no play. Because what happens is, this is my biggest issue about running plays, and I've said this plenty of times. When all you teach is run the play, when they're not running the play, they're not capable of, they don't know that they're just capable of going to get a bucket on their own. So what do? They'll sit up top, and the guards just pass the ball back and forth because they don't know. Just throw the ball to your man down low and let him go to work. They don't know to do that. But when you just let them play, hey, look, we on 5-on-5. Y'all pick y'all own teams and go. Take half of practice and just let them run. Like what they do in practice, make them run the whole practice. I'm like, what are they getting out of this? They're not getting outran. Yeah. They can't get to the half court line. They're not being outran.
So look. You know what you sound like?
A coach? Ding. It's the parents, man. Parents be bringing the kids. They be bringing the kids to practice late, bringing them to games late. Shoes don't be tied. Attitudes and shit. I'm like, come on, man. When you drop them kids off with me, bro, We about business. Like I dealt with that, man. Look, I coach my son. I coach and assistant coached him from 6 to 9. And when we got to 9, I was like, it was the same. It was the same kids, the same parents. Every year, same shit. It was like, oh, well, my son, I'm not bringing him. If y'all want to come get him, I'm not coming to get your child. Bring him if you want him to play. Yeah. This was park and planning. But that's a whole nother story, man. We way off. So finally, for that, man, to finish the weekend recap, I had some of my partners came over from high school, and they had a poker night. So I don't even gamble, but I just I hosted because they was like, come on, man, you got to host. I'm a terrible host. I'll tell you that now. You come to my house, I'm telling you to eat before you come. I'm telling you to drink. I'm telling you eat. I'm telling you do everything before you come. Just providing seats. All right, that's it. I'm a terrible host. And that was it, man. Me and the wife, we chilled out, dropped the kids off, went to fucking Cracker Barrel. Yeah. And that was it, man.
Cracker Barrel.
That's her spot, man.
What? Fucking Cracker Barrel? Are you shitting me?
You don't like Cracker Barrel?
Fuck no, like no fucking Cracker Barrel.
Where you gonna go? IHOP?
No, I drive to a Waffle House.
Time out.
Shit like that.
I drive to Waffle House though.
Man, I love IHOP omelets.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
I don't even hang with
I would say Cracker Barrel pancakes. They a little tough. Them shits was like pan jerky in that bitch. All right, man. So let's get into the questions, man. So you said you said that you do a lot.
Yeah.
So what made you want to do all? Let's just start. What made you want to be a football coach?
So what made me want to be a football coach, again, my love for the game, right? And also young, I played football, played youth. And I come from that era where the OGs of the hood, people in the hood, like they really supported the youth that was into doing good, into playing sports, and getting that attention, having that love shown. Coming back around the way, they asking, man, how many points you scored or how many tackles you had. Okay, man, that's good. Here goes some money or something like that.
Right.
And also, I just love competition. And I'm naturally aggressive, but not on no bully. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But so man, I fell in love with the game, right? And not only did I fall in love with the game, but I really took time to study the game. And I had a coach in high school. He had told me man, once you are done playing football, man, I know you're gonna be an amazing coach because, like I said, I was always a team captain because, I took the time to learn plays, learn why certain plays were called, learn what each person on the field have as far as assignments and, all of those things. Now, as I got a little older, I can definitely say the game of football saved me from getting into a lot of trouble and having a lot of idle time.
Yeah. Okay. So what about the entrepreneurship? I know you got a lot going on. let's just start with the clothing.
Yeah. So with the clothing line, not trying to sound arrogant or anything like that.
It's okay. It's okay.
But it's yours.
This the safe zone. You good.
But I always felt like, I was a cool fly guy. Right?
You did stay fresh.
Appreciate it. So and young, my mother, she did her. But she always made sure that I had, especially if I was, coming in the house with good grades. that moment when she told me no, kind of made my mind change about things. So I knew the lifestyle that I like as far as the clothes and all that stuff, and I just always loved like being different.
Right.
I'm a lot of people from our area. They love wearing black, right? You know what I'm saying? That's
and
their-
gray.
Yeah, color, right? I've always been into colors. Not saying I don't like black. I don't like gray, but I just always been into colors. So so before I got incarcerated, me and another cousin who's deceased, he and I used to always talk about, man, we always going our lifestyle, spending $1,000, $1,500 on iceberg and all that. So we gonna have our own line. And you know what I'm saying, be right here in the hood and sell it. Now us just two young guys getting money,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, we really didn't know how to do it and all that stuff. But while I was in college, I was learning a little bit about it. He didn't go to college, but that was still like our thing.
Right.
But he got killed. Then a couple of years later, I got shot up, and I went to prison. But while in prison, while I was putting together other plans so that I don't come back, having my own clothing line was definitely one of them.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
You got a lot going on, bro. And shit, why you touched on it, man? If you don't mind, you want to highlight what happened with the whole prison thing?
Yeah. So in 2007, I was charged with an attempted robbery, attempted murder, and in the state of Virginia, it's called maiming, right? What happened, and of course, what was put out there in the media is, far from what happened. However, man, I put myself in that type of environment. I was shot up 14 times, up close with a 40, and robbed. However, in the process, I shot back. Also, in the state of Virginia, they don't have a self-defense law. So, me knowing, what I'm saying, what I was facing and all that, I dove on a plea, and it was either I would take a plea for this, attempted robbery, attempted that, and a gun, or I could take a plea for attempted robbery, attempted murder, a gun, and dope that was, found, on the scene. So I was sentenced to 55 years, 45 years, suspended. Had to do 10. I could have came home in like 7, but I ended up catching another charge while I was incarcerated. But yeah, I'm here. I'm saying, things happen. I definitely paid my debt to society. I think I paid a little more, but I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason, and just because you go through the fire don't mean that, you're just going to get burnt and there's nothing coming from it. So, I went through the fire and I feel like I came out refined. So I mean, I'm not perfect. I most definitely still have my shortcomings and everything. But however, I know both sides of the game.
Right.
I know how it is to be on the narrow path, do what's right, mind your business, and stay out of trouble. And I know how it is to hear that door shut and knowing that you can't leave out. You know, I know how it is to be shackled on your ankles and your wrists and being walked across the yard. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I know those things. And, you know, I don't ever want my kids, how my oldest daughter and my mom tried to come and see me again in a prison visitation room.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I tell you one thing, man. You definitely have a story for you to go through what you went through in the beginning, right, and then to come out on top, where you are now is definitely a story, especially on the aspect of being a community activist, right? Yeah. So with that being said, talk to us about how that got started for you.
So while I was incarcerated, I helped about 25 guys, help them either learn how to read and help them get their GED. On top of that, I was in charge for running and coming up with a curriculum to run a reentry pod. And that's, a pod with people with like less than maybe 3 years, 3 years, that's on the way to returning back home.
Right.
So, like I said, while there, I was doing it. And I always been somebody who loved the youth and the community. So it was, only right that when I came home, I can get right back into it.
Makes sense.
Now, the plug came through my mother. She have a friend that knows a good man by the name of Irk Weaver, who has his nonprofit. It's called NARC. Okay. And NARC is the National Advancement for the National Association for the Advancement for Returning Citizens. Okay. And he and I met, and it was just like we known each other for a long time.
That's good that y'all hit it off like that.
Exactly. So he was able, because he also was a returning citizen thing. I think Irk maybe did over 25 years. So he was able to show me the game as far as the non-profit field and, how to do things. And he gave me an opportunity. And honestly, an opportunity is all I needed, So that's how I really got into it.
That's what's up, man. And it's good. It's a lot of people don't know how to do when they get opportunities that fall in their lap. Sometimes they take advantage of it, and sometimes they fuck it up. So the fact that you were able to turn it around into something that you actually enjoy and you love, and that you have a passion for, was definitely dope. So no, that's what's up, man.
Thank you.
What's up.
So the Cure the Streets thing, right?
Yeah.
I got the yellow jackets and all that. Like, how does that work? Like, it's an incident, and like somebody calling you and say, "Hey, this is going on. Come out here." Like, how does the whole process work?
So the Cure model is a model that is from Chicago, right? And so just like I was telling y'all about Irk Weaver and his nonprofit. So NARC was the first community-based organization in the city to be awarded the Cure Model Grant. So the model is to reduce and stop gun violence. With Cure, the grant covers neighborhoods, which we call targeted areas. Okay. The goal is to reach high-risk participants and help them change the norm, help them put down the guns. So a wonderful thing about the model is that we hire people that lives or that's from the areas that we're in, because these are people that are credible. These are people that already know the people in their neighborhood, and they know who's who, and they are experts. You see what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, the people that we hired was just the same type of people that we were trying to reach. But now they know who's who, and they can put their hand in the pot, right? So going to what you said, like the people call you, blah blah blah. It's a thing about credibility and relationships. And if Rick works in this neighborhood, he's a violence interrupter, then he already know the people in that neighborhood. So 9 times out of 10, he know if it's something in the hood going on, something happening, and he got a chance of getting in front of it before something happens. Nobody can stop a bullet. Nobody. But if Rick can get that person to think or just to hold fast for a minute, then that's a win. Now, if something happens, like I said, nobody can stop a bullet. Now, if something happens, now we got to do what we need to do to stop a retaliation about things. Now, the community may contact us because they feel safer and better contacting us than contacting
Police
911. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's what's up.
That's
So
cool,
I don't. I'm pretty sure you knew this was coming. So what is your organization, or how do you guys have played a role, if any, into the incident with Karan Blake right now?
So, one, rest in peace.
Of course,
Most definitely, no, to the young man. Very, very sad and unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? Very, very sad thing. I don't know a lot of the details on it, but one, that the area that it happened, that wasn't, our neighborhood, our area, but a person losing their life is a person, losing their life. So, so to me, it's not about, no, I can't go over here and work because of this and this and that. How I feel about it is horrible, just as well as how I feel about every other youth that lost their life, or, anything like that. I think from what, I have read and seen, I definitely feel like some answers need to be, out there.
Most definitely.
The scary thing to me, which a lot of people feel like it's not, is the fact that everybody has guns, right? So, and I say for me why that is scary, but for some people it's not scary, because you have people that's in the streets that have guns, right? Now you have, as we call them, civilians, man, that can get a license and everything like that have guns. So now everybody have a gun, and the civilians have their guns so that they can protect themselves, their family, loved ones, and their home. The people that's not civilian have guns for whatever reasons. As far as with that situation, and like I said, I don't want to go too much into it because I don't know all of the details, and a fool speaks about things that he really don't know about. But I just feel like in that situation, a person that had a gun that's a civilian, that's a government worker seen something and just possibly, came out with a shooting.
Well, you know you're talking to a weapons enthusiast over here.
Oh my God.
You know you're talking to an enthusiast over here. So if you got some gun questions, that's what you need to be talking to right
I'm
there.
a firearms instructor. I've been in the Army for almost 20 years now.
Okay, that's good.
It'll be 20 years in November.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I'm a firearms instructor. I've been around guns all my life. But it's just, me, I look at it from the law aspect from it, right? Regardless of the fact, the law is you cannot use lethal force to defend property.
Mm-hmm.
He used lethal force. He should pay the price.
Yeah.
So, but of course, there's always other answers. Just like there's always other answers or questions that people have for everything else that's going on with this uptick of robberies, carjackings, and stuff with all these kids, because that's what they are, youth, kids, whatever you want to call it. They're from the ages of 13 to 17, and that's the going age for most of the crimes in the city right now. So, and I think on top of that, with your statement, everybody has guns now, to include this mass increase of crime and with those individuals between those ages, everybody is antsy right now, right? Some people, they get like this badge of courage when they get guns now, and all of a sudden they want to be a goddamn vigilante, which then causes issues. But then again, the more guns that people get, civilians as you call them, the more opportunity for everybody else to get guns because they're stealing them from the civilians, right? So that's what's happening too. So it's definitely starting to look real ugly out here on the norm, right? So my biggest thing is we talked about fundamentals in regards to sports and stuff. I talk about fundamentals when it comes to everything. And fundamentals are key. That is like one of my slogans for my firearm business. So, but the biggest thing right now is just maintaining situational awareness. Like me, I really don't do the big crowds and stuff no more. I kind of changed my my aspect of stuff because things are just a little hot. But it's just sad because instead of you hearing the norm, what it used to be good things, or we got this festival going on, or this news story, blah 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 blah. Every time you turn the news on, it's this 13-year-old was this, or this 6-year-old and this 9-year-old was shot on the metro bus. So da da da. I'm just tired of watching the news at this point.
And it's as a good man by the name of Dr. Maurice Majid say, our communities are suffering from UPTSD. So you know what PTSD is.
I got PTSD.
You see what I'm saying?
So I know.
So the U is urban, right? And I also, like, we gotta go back as a community to holding each other accountable.
Yep, I agree.
So I got a question for you. Do you feel like in this area, I'll say the whole DMV, do you feel like there's enough for these kids to do?
No, I don't. And I just had this conversation 2 weeks ago.
Because I say this because I'm always told, my wife swears by this. She swears by, like, DC has, like, the most programs or opportunities and things that they, like, give away for free. And she always says that they have the most stuff.
Nah.
But it's like you can't tell. Like, I can't tell.
So DC does have the most. They have a lot of programs, a lot of opportunities, a lot of things going on, right? If anything, I would like to see more rec centers, or if not, have these rec centers open later. So like it gives them somewhere to be, right? Also, jobs. Now, it is a lot of jobs, but we just given a job without preparing them for jobs.
Right.
Another thing with all of, you know what I'm saying, every neighborhood in the city have about 6 or 7 rappers. A lot of our violence going on in the city is coming
From the music.
from
The drill scene.
the music, right? So not making excuses, because again, it's time for us as a community to hold each other accountable. We don't need the police coming in and policing the neighborhood.
We should be able to police ourselves.
We should be able to police
I agree with you
ourselves,
100% on that.
hold each other accountable. But by going back saying hold ourselves accountable, you people that's in front of these wrecks and in front of these playgrounds doing things that shouldn't be done in front of the youth, then y'all gotta be held accountable.
Yep.
That's a safe zone. So if you just got into something with somebody, you're a coward to be coming back to the community and not telling nobody, and you hanging in front of somewhere where the youth are. So because of a lot of different acts and some things like that, then a lot of the things that are in place or that were in place, then now they not. DC has a lot of opportunities, a lot of programs, more than any other city. We have to apply though.
No, I definitely agree with you on that aspect, man. And then the sad thing about it is you got some households that are really trying to do the best thing for their kids, but then you got some households that's just letting the streets raise their kids too, which doesn't add which doesn't help the problem. So, but I have a question for you. So, with everything that you got going on, what would you tell your younger self, or what piece of advice would you give your younger self to help you better prepare for what you got going on right now?
Save money. Save money.
Everything wrapped around that dollar.
Man, just had this conversation.
You ain't like I ain't give it a. I hit the bell on that, bro. You ain't lying.
Just had this conversation. I'm used to a certain way of life, and even though now I've been home since September 5th, 2017, I'm still adjusting to this life.
Right.
Meaning that, I got to learn how to save. I got to learn how to be financially smart. Because back then I was extremely ostentatious and always had that mind frame like, man, look, I can go and gamble and lose, man, 4,000, 6,000, because I know by the end of the day, man, I might get back 8. So, it's different. So my younger self, I wish I would have saved money or learned how to invest. And also, I would have applied myself more in a lot of different things, even with the game of football that, I love, because I felt like I had talent, even though I didn't have the size as far as height, but I had the talent. So I kind of bullshitted sometimes and didn't go as hard in practice or in the all season because I had talent.
Okay, good to go. So tell me about some people that influence you.
Some people that influence me, man, it's a lot. One, my mother.
Absolutely.
Of course.
You know, she
Shout out to Ma Dukes.
Yeah, man, Mom.
Tell you something. Hey, let me tell you, Aunt Katie.
Yeah.
Aunt Katie is down for the cause. You understand me? Look. Every time I see her, I might as well still be in charge. She come to me and she got that little 20 rolled up, and she give me the little handshake, and she be like, "Go ahead, and take that." You good?
Yeah. Yeah.
I said that gonna be me. I'm gonna be the old head. My son gonna be about 40 years. I'm like, son, man, go ahead, just go to the store, pick me something up. You know what I'm saying? We always gonna do the handshake, man. Shout out to Aunt Katie.
Yeah, man. She, you know, man, she's definitely my rock. You know what I'm saying? We bump heads, we laugh, we joke, but man, she a gangster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She, you know, she was the one in the family that, you know, made sure that the whole family was straight, right?
That's what's up.
So, you know, I learned a lot from her, and I wish that I would have really took the time to learn her craft, because she's an amazing accountant, and she had over 500 or so clients. So, you know, I just wish that, you know, I really learned that from her. So whenever she do retire, you know what I'm saying, I can have all those clients. You know what I'm saying? Another family member is my Uncle Donnie. Born and raised in Southeast. He took a chance and left home to go to college at Oklahoma University. Experienced a lot while I was there. Racism. And, you know, I remember, like, my mom telling me, or, you know, man, she on the phone with my Uncle Donnie while he was in college, and he crying about, you know, he wanted to come home because it was so racist, and, you know, he never really experienced that. But he stuck it out, graduated, and now he's like one of the top educational recruiters for the University of Oklahoma. So he comes back home to get kids in the city the opportunity to go to college.
That's what's up.
So, you know what I'm saying, he's one. Like I said, Irk Weaver, Dr. Maurice Majid.
Okay.
It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? I like to learn. And anything positive from anybody, you know, I want to get it. You know, I met a homeless couple 2 years ago. The husband, you know, I met first.
Okay.
And I met him walking, and he came up to me at a gas station. And just how people pay attention. So he told me, he said, hey, you know, I'm not going to ask you for, you know, anything or whatever. He said, but you should change your pattern. So I'm looking at him like, what? What the fuck you being change my pattern, bro? You know? So, you know, he was like, no. He say, not trying to get into your business, but I see you every couple of days and at the same gas station. Sometimes you got your kid almost like at the same time, and you got a nice car, and this is a rough neighborhood. So if I see that, then just imagine what the haters see. And when he said it,
That's some real shit.
yeah, and when he said it, because I wasn't even. I just look at it like, hey man, I'm gonna go to this gas station because 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna be passing by,
Right.
But that right there showed me that it's always somebody watching.
Yeah, most
And
definitely.
but his point too was that he appreciated how I always hold the door open for people, and it wasn't even him, but just that. So I gave him a gift card one day, and I think some shirts. And so he was like, "Hey, I want you to meet my wife. So I'm sure on Thursday you gonna come back over here to the same gas station, whatever." So it was kind of like
clocking.
kind of like a joke, but I did, and he had his wife there, and just the fact that like you can learn from anybody, and that right there showed me to appreciate life more, because who knows why that couple are homeless, right? But because they're homeless, that don't mean that they're not human.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Because he ain't had to say shit to you.
He ain't got to say nothing. He could have just hit you with the.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So, and his name was Mr. Godfrey. And
Godfrey.
And like, going back to what he said, like some of the people who influenced me or had any type of influence, like he was one of them. You know what I'm saying?
It be those gems, man.
Yeah.
Those gems that you don't expect.
They do. I mean, I feel you. It be the small shit. Like, at my old job, I used to watch this guy. He used to bring his lunch every day. He's a guy I work with, white dude. And no matter what, it be, payday. This tradition for me. Payday, I'm going to get somebody fast food. And never I think I worked with him about 5 years. Every day, always bought his lunch. And he'd be like, man, he's like, you know how much fucking money you can save? Like, if you just bring your lunch every day, he was like, you literally stop at the store and just grab something or bring leftovers. He was like, just imagine. He's like, I want you to try it for a month. And I think I had saved probably it was at least about $200-$300. You know what I mean? Just so, because I was going hard. I was spending $25-$30 on lunch. You know what I'm saying? Just because, work some overtime, so I'm going to splurge. So yeah, man, I get it. It is the small shit, man. I don't. It ain't have to be no big name person.
Yeah.
It's just whoever influences you. So, I mean, even with this, man, I have people that I follow, that are content creators, and we not even in the same realm, but it's just certain stuff they do and how they give back the information is just what I think is cool. So even for me in this profession, like I always try to. If I know somebody else doing something similar, I give them all the gems. I don't hold no secrets. I'll tell you what software I'm using. I'll tell you what cameras I'm using, what lens, what mics. You know what I'm saying? The temperature of the house. Like, I give all the information up because, I mean, what am I gaining by holding, by holding it in?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't no motherfucking Joe Budden in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Not yet, but, I think if you do that somewhere down the line, we'll be rewarded for that shit.
It's enough for everybody.
It's enough. It's a million fucking podcasts out here.
It is.
So let's get into the industry, man. So we'll get back to the clothing. What's something about your industry that surprised you lately?
That a lot of the things, a lot of the fashion that I had or seen in the 90s is coming back around.
Yep.
Now with the shoes, with the Jordans, of course the Jordans been
Recycled.
You know what I'm saying, recycling, but now you got the pennies and you know what I'm saying, all those things, and then with the clothes, when I was incarcerated, and I would get visits or I would get pictures. As soon as I get the picture or get a visit, I used to be like, man, why you got on them skinny ass jeans? Or like man, them jeans bony as shit. So me, I'm a Southeast guy. So us Southeast guys used to see like certain stuff like that, and we used to call them uptown jeans. You know what I'm saying? Uptown, guys, they had their own
They go the extra mile.
own style, you know what I'm saying? All that. So me, whenever family come or, friends with that, man, you got on them bony ass jeans, man. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Come in here with the motherfuckers on. You see what I'm saying? But look, man, that's what, but everybody's like, nah, man, don't nobody wear them big ass jeans. So
it do be a lot of fabric. When I be seeing people, I'm like, damn, bro, that's a lot of fabric you got there, man.
Yeah.
Like, man, you got winter size up, man. Shit.
So
about 3 people in one pair of fucking jeans. Fucking jeans so damn big.
And the crazy thing is, everybody told me, like, man, as soon as you come home, bro, you gonna, you know what I'm saying, man, some of your jeans gonna fit like that. I was like, nah, y'all tripping, why? Be like, cuz, man, don't nobody sell the you know what I'm saying?
The normal Jones.
Yeah.
Nope.
So look, I tried so hard not to put on no fitted, like, man, skinny jeans, but it seemed like
It's inevitable.
man. But so that right there, it's in still, but I think like the jeans are starting to loosen up some. Bell bottoms, not built, but I done also seen a couple jeans where it got the wide leg now.
Hey, you know what? Off topic, right? This old school, but this was the time to be alive. The boot cut era.
Yeah, boot cut.
Boot cut era was the shit, bro. When the whole shoe was covered and you just see the front and you had the little cut in there and you pulled that shit over. I don't know, maybe that was just a Montgomery County thing, but I mean, bro, we was on top with the boot cuts, man. The skinnies, like I'm on my slim chubby shit, so it's like I can wear slim.
Yeah.
But I can maybe wear some skinnies to work because the khakis that don't fit the same. But it is some youngins out here that be some really, really, really small fucking pants, bro. And I'm like, I mean,
small enough to the point that if you pull the motherfuckers up all the way, they don't.
Then they high waters, yeah. Not knocking the style, man. Your style is your style.
Yeah.
Like I be on some dad shit. I'm waiting on Costco to come out with the Kirkland hoodie so I can pick that up. Yeah. I'm beyond that. I spend my money on electronics and motorcycles and shit.
I'm
like,
about to say the motorcycles.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't, but I keep a fresh little pair of cool
I
grays
get my
in
shit
the
from
closet.
Amazon and put my logo on it.
Yeah, but if it's one thing I want to do, we gonna keep some cool grays up in the closet though. That's it though, man.
Yeah.
And now another thing with the clothes, man. Like I love all the local brands, man. Whether it's my style or not, I'm simple. Give me a tee, just put it right there, and that's it. I can't do all this. It's too much. It's just me.
Yeah.
But It is a lot of brands out there, Museum. I was fucking with the Museum super duper hard when it first came out, and I still like it, but I just like the simple shit. You know what I'm saying? I went in there, I had the shoes. I was like, man, I got something, man. What I can wear with this motherfucker? Bought the brightest outfit in there. I was like, whoa. Too much, too loud.
Yeah.
I'm like, just give me the black one with the white logo right there, man. So, I do like the local brands, but like, who do you fool with? Who you like? I know you say you like Museum.
Yeah, them my guys, man. Shout out to Greg and Mo and that whole team. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from watching and Greg is a personal friend. Mo is a good man that, you know what I'm saying, I've known. We rubbed the elbows with the same people.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying, they doing amazing things. Malik will eat.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They doing some good things.
Yep.
Vaughn, he got Love More doing amazing things. So it's a lot of brands, badass. You know what I'm saying? Humble Savage. It's a lot of good local brands, and I love to see everybody support each other, and I love to see the creativity. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's brand is not looking like each other.
No, it's definitely
you know what
different.
I'm saying? Everybody doing something a little different. With mine, with Law, Greg gonna be like, "Hey, bruh, man, stop playing, man."
I like them.
this
I like
shit-
them shorts, bro.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, bruh, man, this shit tough. But me, I'm just looking at it from like, okay, again, you know, I like colors, and I like to try to put, you know, some certain things together, and then also, like he said, you know, sometimes less is best. So you know what I'm saying, being able to, you know what I'm saying, do something that's less, but it pop. So you know, man, everybody that's out here, man, doing their thing, I got nothing but love for them because you know it's enough for everybody.
It definitely is. And one thing I will say about this area, it's definitely getting to the point you can tell who did what based off how that outfit looked. Or that looked like some shit like Malik did, or that looked like an E outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, it is E foul. That looked like that's music. Like you can start identifying that stuff without actually being up on it. So that I do like that about it. This one thing, everybody gonna have everybody gonna have their drip, everybody gonna have their own swag, right? And everybody gonna go with the motion. So that's one thing I definitely do love about this area.
And shout out to them OGs too.
Yeah.
Look, that motherfucking shooter store open over there. That motherfucking We Are One. They moved across the street, and that Madness joint all the way up the road, but it's still there.
And
Them things ain't never going away.
And then just going back to when we used talking about the fashion as far as like things that was out back then. Man, something else that was out back then, but now it's back out. And I just raided my mom's closet looking to see if I still had mine. The Averex coat.
I seen that.
yeah.
They bringing the AVs back.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
had a couple of them.
Me too.
I ain't had no AV. We was struggling a little bit, so you know I couldn't have no AV. I think I had me about a first down or something. About all you got out of me, man. I ain't had no motherfucking AV. Though. They were nice though.
Man, they were nice. So when I seen them come back, I'm like, damn. And then I don't see how much they cost. I'm like, shit, I'm about to see if I still got some.
now, bro. I seen one. What was it? $700-$800? Something like. Damn.
Yeah, they ain't playing around with them junk. All right, next question. So, who is your role model in any of your industries? Whether it's give us a role model for your clothing line, give us a role model for the community activist piece.
Good question. Role models for the clothing. I gotta go with LeGreg and Mo with the museum. And I say that because they are opening up so many doors for everybody. With the partnership they had with Howard, with the amazing partnership that they had with the Washington Commanders, with the partnership they had with Steph Curry, and you know what I'm saying? So, and they play fair. Not saying that, you know what I'm saying, anybody else don't, but not only are they doing these things, they're actually holding classes to show you how they did it and how
That's what's up.
you can do it.
That's what's up.
Community activists, man, it's a lot. You know, it's a lot from man, again, Irk Weaver, the council member Trayon White, now he's not the council member no more, but Kenyon McDuffie, to the good men I know, Antoine Gatlin, Cody Wynn, Jimmy Jenkins, to the good sisters that's in that same field. The Tia with the Trigger Project, LaShawna Thompson-Nell. It's a lot of people that's doing the work in the community who I can say like, yeah, man, y'all are role models because I know the work that y'all doing and what y'all doing is genuine.
Right.
It's not about a dollar.
Correct.
Okay.
And the thing about it is, and one things that make things like that easy and effective is network capability.
Network.
And
We
and
talked
it
about
sounds
that.
like the network capability, the fact that everybody's able to reach everybody, right? Just like Trayon White, never met the guy a day in my life, but I do follow him on Instagram, right? He is an active
He out there.
brother. He is definitely out there, right?
Love him.
And he's definitely, boots on ground, right? He's there in the mix. He's not
He be out
in
there
no
every
office
night.
all the time. Like he's out there with his people. So
Yeah.
like we need more stuff like that, man. And then just like you stated with museum, how they're teaching classes on business aspects, right? You're not doing that but building community wealth, right? So that's the most effective way to give back, right? Is teach your craft, share your craft, don't hold it. I mean, it's the same thing with me as far as cooking goes, as far as me being my doing firearm stuff, even me doing the military. I don't hold any information back. I share it because at some point it might help somebody because I didn't get that information when I was going through it or when I was doing everything. I was doing trial by error. So if I can, mitigate somebody else having to go through the unnecessary shit by me sharing what I went through, that's too easy.
Definitely.
Okay. So as far as the industry, we can stay in there. So I know you explained some of the issues, that you kind of facing now with the Cure the Streets and the neighborhoods and retaliation and all that. Like 10 years from now, what do you think is going to be a continuing issue or a bigger issue?
10 years from now.
Yeah, we evolving. Technology.
That's what I was about to say. So I think technology and the way we use it may be an issue because we have so many people that are so smart and savvy, but they using the technology in negative ways.
We record everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything. Not only are they recording everything, but they doing so much scamming. And
Man, I be saying that shit all the time. If these motherfuckers put the same amount of time into scamming and in some positive shit, we be good.
They want to quit it. That means quick money, man. Oh yeah, click this link if you want this, and now your shit took, man. Like it's ridiculous. But anyway, man. So let's talk about education. So you're doing a lot. So like, how do you self-educate in these broad things that you're doing?
Self-educate. One of the other ways that I self-educate is reading. Again, in my field, doing the community work and everything like that, and having my own LLC. So it's about grants. So I'm learning how to really write grants. And I don't knock the hustle. So, if you have a good grant writer, then that person should be paid. However, I want to learn it.
Right.
Absolutely.
As of lately, probably the last 4 months, I've been a YouTube geek.
YouTube University, man.
YouTube University.
Yeah, so I've been a YouTube geek. So I have looked at things that I'm interested in. I've looked at things that I've already done, trying to see if it's something that I can learn, and just trying to find ways to better self, right? So that's how I self-educate. Now, if I can do more self-care, then, I think, what I'm saying, man, that's
key.
Yeah, man,
That's
that
key.
definitely is key.
That's key. Trust me. I'm
gotta
going
squeeze
through
it in,
I'm
man.
going through it right now.
Yeah, squeeze it in,
I'm
man.
going through it
I'm
right
telling you,
now.
it's very important. Pandemic showed me that. Like, all right, you got too much fucking time on your hands. Like, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
All right, let's paint a fucking room. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's put some wallpaper up. Let's buy some shit. Like even as
I got so much shit done during the pandemic.
even as adults, bro, like you idle mind it's not good for you, man.
Devil playground.
Yeah, it's not fucking good. So I'm glad that you're doing that. And look, listen, YouTube is, if not like top 3 places for people giving back. Like, you'll be amazed. I could be like, damn, how do I take a ceiling fan down? There are thousands of videos of somebody saying, I know some dumbass out there don't know how to take a ceiling fan down. Let me upload this.
Upload this.
So don't be too proud. Either that shit. If I can't find it on YouTube, I'm gonna find it on TikTok.
Yeah, see.
I'm gonna find it on there.
Yeah, it's definitely coming around. It's definitely coming around.
Yeah.
So with everything that you got going on, everybody got a method to their madness. And I'm sure you have one for yours. How do you balance life and work?
Man, I'm struggling. I ain't gonna
Finally, somebody admits the truth.
Everybody be like, oh, you just do this? Nah, bro. Nah.
Finally, somebody admits the truth.
Listen, to the people that's watching this wonderful podcast, if you have any tips on how to balance life and everything else, please tell me, because I'm struggling, and I don't mind admitting that. Man, I be so overwhelmed, so tired, so tense, tight. Because it's 1,000 things going on, right? I got 1,000 tabs open, So, and especially when it was football season. So work, my kids, football, work, because, you know what I'm saying, people getting shot, this and that. Home, work, you know what I'm saying?
Just back and forth, huh?
So, like, I don't really know how to balance it. And, I done had several people say, look, you need a vacation. You know what I'm saying? I've been home, like I said, since the 2017. And I haven't had a vacation yet. Right? And I done had everybody. Hey, bro, look, man, you need to turn your phone off. I be like, all right. But the whole time, like, dang. Man, I got a good friend. She be like, yeah, man, go and get you some rest or something, man. Man, chill out, man. Turn your phone off. I said, man,
Chill out, relax.
Your some kids sleep, man. Go ahead and get you some rest. I'm
flicking
flicking the TV.
And
so, but, like, man, I want to learn it, though. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm gonna tell you what a good friend told me, and it works. I legit started getting more sleep and more rest. Just tell people fucking no. I'm telling you, just fucking tell they asses no.
hey,
My big brother was like, "Hey man, you do too fucking much. Tell them motherfuckers no. Give yourself a break. That shit can wait till tomorrow or the next day. That shit do not need to get done right now."
And another thing you can do is, with your phone,
yeah,
schedule it.
yeah.
Schedule.
Yeah,
like that shit might sound crazy, but
That's my son.
go to your schedule calendar.
FaceTime me now.
Oh yeah. Look, you can go to your schedule and put like 30 minutes from 12 to 1. Do not disturb. Chill. Or if you know you got a bunch of shit going on the next couple of days, Schedule that shit out. Okay, I know I got to do this with the clothing line. I need to allocate 2 hours on Tuesday to do this. Or I know I got to get with my cure the street folks on this day. So let me allocate. Like if you allocate that and then it just becomes a schedule to the point that you don't even need to look at your phone, then you will start to free up time. And then if you want to just have a block of time for miscellaneous. But I've had the schedule because it's like my daughter got dance every Monday. My son got practice tomorrow. My son got practice Friday. He got bowling Saturday morning. And if he got a game later in the day, he got bowling Saturday morning, and then he got a game in the afternoon. So by the time it comes Saturday, I'm tapped the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And then and it's not like I'm sleeping in late. I got to wake up Saturday early in the morning to let the dog out. I got to wake up Sunday to let the dog out. I got to let the dog out before I go to work tomorrow. Like, I just be scheduling that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because then I got to go to work. And this is kind of part of my job is to schedule and, you know, kind of be on task. So it's like I had to take what I was doing at work to bring it home in order to find some balance. Because if not, I'll be burnt the hell out. Yeah. Now, I haven't found a balance on this yet. It's coming, though. It's coming. It's coming. It just take a lot longer to do shit. You know, but especially, you know, getting folks back in here, you know, we got to be real strategic on the scheduling. We got to be like, look, you can come this day. Like, you sure? I'm going to start making motherfuckers sign a contract. Like, sign this contract that says you will be here this day and time, or we taking your ass to court. Shit, fuck it.
Hey, look, man, it was a time where, for work, man, I had an event. Not only did I have an event, my daughter had a soccer game. So my event was in Southeast on Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. I want to say at 10:30, right, on a Saturday. My daughter had a soccer game at 12:30 in Columbia. I had a football game at 4 in La Plata.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, you burned.
And I'm talking about, like, zoom, 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 zoom. And after that day, I was just like, damn.
You supposed to call for backup on that. you supposed to be like, hey,
you gotta put a bat signal,
hey,
something.
Look, I need somebody to fill in for me. Yeah, nah. You supposed to call for backup for that, bro. I'm sorry. Cause that
Start off
sound,
simple.
That
Tell
shit sound
motherfuckers
crazy.
no.
As soon as I heard Columbia, that's the end of the line. Once I get to Columbia, we going back home. Whatever going on from there, we'll meet you back at the crib. Ain't no way. Shit, that's a full tank of gas.
Yeah, that drive ain't easy.
Yeah, bro. You look. You better start planning some shit out, man. If you gotta get a motherfucking chalkboard, a little wet chalkboard you can put on the wall, start writing shit down. Yeah. But anything is better than just trying to like do it on the fly.
Man, I need to do that
because you never gonna get everything. My wife would tell me like, you don't remember the birthday parties? I'd be like, man, write that shit down, bro. Like, send me a meeting invite or something. Like, I can't remember.
Put it on Teams.
I can't remember.
Put it on Teams.
And
send me a Teams invite.
And for our family, they always doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's always a, hey, man, this going on. I just be like, oh. Yeah. You know, but
the calendar thing works. The
calendar thing works, bro. It'd be a little annoying in the beginning having the input because you're going to be over inputting shit. You're going to have 6 things in one day. You be like, I could have just made this one thing. You know what I'm saying? But once you get it down, like, yeah. You get a little ding. That means do not disturb. Yeah. And you just chill, decompress for an hour. You just turn back. And I guarantee you that shit, you'll start to even out. You know what I'm saying? You'll feel more refreshed. And you'll actually be like better when you get up in the morning and really want to handle business. You'll be like, all right, bet. Like, you ain't going to get up pissed because you got a bunch of shit to do. You'll get up knowing that everything is set. Yeah. You already know what time you got to be there. You've given yourself enough time to do what you got to do, so you ain't got to be rushing and shit like that. Definitely schedule, bro.
It is. So again, man, I'm terrible with it. Hands down, man.
Schedule it, man. But
I'm
look,
waving a flag.
So we're gonna skip a few because you answered a bunch. So we're gonna go to, if you could start a whole different business tomorrow, what would it be?
If I could start a whole different business tomorrow, based on the research that I've been doing lately, shout out to YouTube. I would be a world-class dog breeder.
Really?
Yep.
Kind of dog.
Go into detail on this.
So, meaning,
And you said world class. That ain't no normal shit.
yeah.
So
Meaning that they have a breed of dogs called French Terry.
Like a terrier?
Nah, it's not a Terry. What's the little dog that 2 Chainz and them got?
French bulldog?
French
Oh,
bulldog.
okay. Yeah.
Frenchies.
Yeah, Frenchies. My bad, man. It was right there.
God damn, boy,
So-
he was way off.
Yeah. so, man, it's a breed out. It's called the Terry for Frenchie. Man, these dogs, these puppies, like 20,000 a pup. 20,000 a pup.
What's the difference between a regular Frenchie and a Terrier Frenchie?
It's according from what I've seen. Now, don't quote me on it.
Right.
It's the fur on it.
Okay.
Right? But they $20,000 a pup. So I got a homeboy that's from Newport News, and he said down there, which is horrible. They just had a string of shootings and killings because somebody stole 4 litters of these dogs.
4 litters.
God damn.
Yeah,
4 litters, you know how much money that is?
yeah. So
Shit, a couple 100,000. Shit.
yeah.
Hundreds of thousands.
So if I can start something like
So that'd be the only dog? Like,
no, but that would be the
That'd be the first one or the main one.
Yeah,
look, you dealing with a dog level over here too.
Yeah, I got Conde Corsos, man.
I love Conde Corsos.
Yeah.
I love them. I want one. It was either between a Conde Corso, a Presser, South African Bull, or a Bully. But like I'm really leaning towards the Conde Corso, just because what I'm saying, what I've learned about them, how much I done researched them. I love their demeanor. Again, I'm competitive. I love a good challenge. So I love how like you have to establish your dominance, you know what I'm saying, over them, because if not, they will try to run the house. So, and they are good, loyal family dogs.
Yep.
So yeah, I love them.
Yep.
I love them.
That's my man, 50 grand. Shout out Ronald. That motherfucker's a 160-pound puppy. He's not even 2 years old, man. He's massive. I'll show you.
160 pounds.
I'll show you pictures after the
He
show.
almost ran me the fuck over. Hey, look, his ball was rolling. That motherfucker was.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, boy, he almost fucking flipped me. You'd have thought he was about to flip me over his damn shoulder, bro. But he cool though. And it was crazy. This dog is fucking huge. But like, I come in the house and I be like, hey, what's up, man? Like, I ain't never been like that with a dog of that size. You know what I'm saying? I used to be
trained.
terrified
Ain't no
of
fuck around.
dogs.
I trained the
That
shit out of him.
shows the time and effort that you put in.
Oh, yeah.
Because really, those dogs only adapt to who in that household.
Yeah.
And like honestly, I've read this. I don't know if it's true because I never had one. And it says that even though it's a lot of people in the household, but Conde Corso only really feel like he has one owner. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's every dog. I'm dealing with the same shit.
So that's
My
how
dog upstairs.
that's how Ronan is. So Ronan, he listens to me. So if I give him commands, he'll definitely obey the commands. But he gets away with shit with everybody else, right? But then again, if somebody messes with me, he looking at me like, all right, I know you good. Like defend yourself. But if I grab one of the kids and we playing and we thinking like he like, oh no, put it down. And like put it down, put it down, put it down. So but no, he definitely does. He does pick and choose who in the hell he wants to listen to that day. But my youngest, that like him and her, freaking frat.
Yeah, that's how mine is. So she be
separate.
pulling his ears and shit, and he just be sitting there like,
Yeah, I
fucking
love
with me,
animals
yeah.
though. You know, I love animals. The only thing I do not like, I can't stand them, are cats.
Yeah, I'm
cats,
allergic.
you don't have no
I'm
control,
allergic.
man.
I'm
Cats
allergic.
fuck around and be slicing your goddamn throat in your sleep. Man. You don't even know. So I got one last question. We done with the questions written down.
Okay.
You know we got to talk about it. I need to talk about that go-go, baby.
Man, let's get
My
it.
man be on stage with G and them. You understand me? I be like, bro, like, what it feel like to be on that motherfucking stage, man? That motherfucking people like, just me up front. Man.
Groupie ass.
I be up front, bro. I'm an up front nigga. I don't care about nothing. I don't care about none of this ass in here. I'm here for the band. That's it. Bro, how was it being up there, bro? First of all, how'd you even get in there, man? Like, how you get on the stage with Backyard, bro?
I mean, that's family, you know. I was doing it back before, I went to prison. And with gang, man, we men. We homies. It's always been love and respect from, our lifestyles and the other people in the band, like Sauce. You know what I'm saying? Sauce is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Sauce and I lived in the same apartment or complex. I had Congos and everything. I still got some red Congos in my mom's basement.
Okay.
So like Sauce, I remember one show Sauce called me, and I was coming to the show. So one thing about me, I always come to the shows late, right? So
I'm gonna get there. We'll be late.
Second half.
Yeah.
Second half.
So Sauce called me. You know what I'm saying? I think something was wrong with the Congo. He asked me to bring the Congos. So I was able to take the Congos up there. But yeah, it's just always been love.
That's what's up.
I went to prison. I did 10. Came home. As soon as Ging seen me, he like, nah. You know what I'm saying, man? Come on.
That's love. That's love.
He just seemed like a tall, cool ass nigga, man. Like I
my
know
God.
I just be listening to him talk. I was like, gee, cool, bro. Like, when he did that interview with Pharrell and them, man, him, Lil Chris and Casey, I said, bro, like this is a legendary interview going on right now. And Pharrell really off some like, man, let's go on tour now, like. And I always thought about that. I was like, damn, but could they do it? It's like, could the city go without Backyard or any of these other bands for an extended period of time? Could they? Like with the state of go-go right now, it's like, I know it's I think it's only maybe one new band. I think they call themselves the Men.
The Men.
They the new band. I'm like, there ain't no new bands, man. So it's just like, how much time do we have left? You know what I'm saying? Before we just gonna be like the sardines and pork and beans on the radio, like, and then there's no more bands, nowhere to play.
I think the state of our culture with our music, it's in a good spot, right? I honestly feel like with some of this government funding, right? I think it should be a go-go curriculum in, some of our schools. I think it should be funding put aside for, these bands. And a lot of these people in a band, like, that's their only source of the income. So if they don't have a show, man, they not eating. Getting paid. So also with that, I think more venues should be allowed to have
Absolutely.
go-go's. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these venues that cater to the lounge atmosphere, the hookah, the brunch, the lounge thing, that's cool, that's cute, that's sexy. But the moment their numbers not where they supposed to be,
Then they bring the band.
the first thing they do is get a band.
It's not, I noticed that. So I'm just like, is that bad?
It
It is because it should be a regular.
Yeah,
You
it
shouldn't
be a
call
regular,
me when
yeah.
your shit fucked
Well, but
up.
I mean, it's
Call
an
me on a regular.
opportunity for the band to get in there, but it's like, well,
But it's
shit.
not consistent
But it's
after
not
the fact.
consistent. Yeah.
It's not consistent
Yeah,
after the
you're
fact.
right.
Yeah.
I definitely think it starts with more venues and playing for the youth.
Yeah.
Because that's how we came up. You know what I'm saying? We was going to Rockville Sportsplex. Look, I know that shit was up the road, but it used to be motherfucking Backyard, TCB, Raw Image, UCB,
Yeah, but-
all playing in the same place. This was just a big rec center that we charging motherfuckers $20, and you party to fucking 3 in the morning.
Times are different.
Times
bro.
are different, man. But
These niggas is not listening to no go-go, bro. They
Listen,
not.
my-
these youngers are not. We were listening to go-go,
Bruh, if
when
you
we were
bring
coming
it
up.
to
These
them,
youngers are not.
who
listening
doesn't
to
like
it.
who doesn't love a live performance, bro? Who doesn't love a live? I
You
love
know what's a live performance? These niggas around 37 with sticks and switches out front of the fucking apartment complex. That is a live
Bruh,
show.
I'm telling you, if you play for the youth, that's just like what you call it, the Beat Your Feet Academy. There's kids in there.
Yeah.
And they teaching them. So I'm like, so if these kids is pulling up, they ain't pulling them off the street. They're going there. So if they go in there and they teaching them how to beat their feet by their originals, then if you start playing, they will come. If you do some free shows
you build
at a
it, they
park
will
here
come.
and there, yes, you build that shit,
They
they
will
will
come.
come. I will be the old nigga out there. I'll be like, I'm just chaperoning. And I'm up front.
You out handing
I'm
stickers like the
moving
nigga at
kids out the
Walmart.
way. Like I'm playing. I'm here for me. I'm here. I told my son, I was like, the next time it's a suitable location, it's a band there, I wanted to take him there. To let him experience. Like,
Man, look, my son is 2. We had an event at it was a community event. It was at Ron Moulton's spot called Check It Enterprise, and I had Rue up there with me. So the whole time I'm on stage rapping, I got Rue in my hand.
That's what's up.
And Gang was like, ho. Hey, Ralo, man, you got nephew up here. Like, and you know, at first he was scared because he figured like the sound, so I'm rapping, he behind trying to find some
Headphones,
earplugs.
yeah.
Know what I'm saying, to put on Rue. But then after a while, he was just like,
Let him
man.
at it. Let him at
So,
it.
but that's that culture, you know what I'm saying? And I want Rue to know, like, man, look, this is
it's us.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you see what he did though. He's instilling it in the home, right? So it has to start there first. Before the bands can come out and play with the youth, it has to be instilled in the house first. So if they're not getting it in the house, they're not gonna get it. They're not gonna take it on the street.
Look, you just never know, man. Look, we didn't look. We didn't did
You
a lot.
definitely
We
try
didn't-
to keep hope alive.
We done
That's
did
what y'all
motherfuckers.
did.
We done did Mocellas and all that shit. Motherfuckers partying in the middle of the street, bro.
Yeah, but it was people our age out there.
Bro, we can do anything, bro. I'm telling you right
can.
now. You
This
start,
rap
you
thing, man.
start playing. I know these niggas want to rap and do and all that shit. I
They
ain't
start
knocking
doing
it.
collabs. That's how you do it.
You could. You got one dude. What's the guy name? Drew Keys. He do a lot of like regular music and then he put like a little go-go swing on it. I mean, it's a work in progress,
Some
man.
of
But
these bands and some of these heavy, city rappers, they do collabs, and that's how
Look,
you get
listen,
it.
for the folks out there like myself who can't attend it, man, continue to put that shit online, put it on these streaming services. It's me running them numbers up. I had me some motherfucking reaction on repeat all the way to work. Like, nigga, just let that shit rotate. That's just me. Like, I've been listening to Go-Go since shit. I was listening to Backyard since I was fucking 10, 9, 10 years old, and it hasn't stopped. I listen to Go-Go at least every other time I'm in the car. Or if I'm on the train, I'm cranky. That's just me.
No,
You know what I'm
but-
saying? I play it for my son. I'll be like, son, you know what you listening to? He be like, yep. I was like, good. I was like, who's your favorite band? He don't know no name, so he just say back. So I was like, all right, cool.
Back. He said just
That's all he know. But now we don't have no more questions, man. The interview was great. You got any questions for us?
Yeah, I do. What made y'all want to start this podcast?
Well, first it was just me for the first shit. A little bit over half of the episodes. First 75 episodes, it was just me. It was a pandemic. You know, uncertainty. You know, I'm at work and my supervisor called me like, "Hey, shut it down. Get out the building now." Like that shit sounds scary. Like I'm like, somebody shooting the building up. Be like, "No, get out the building." So I gotta come home. I'm coming home and I had to use my own laptop, my own cell phone to do my job for 6 months. And I don't know when I'm going back in. And it ain't enough PlayStation. You know, it ain't enough snacks. It ain't enough sexy time with the wife. It ain't enough of that to keep me from not going insane. And I always had this idea because I used to do a lot of IG stories. I still do. And I will always be getting off the train. I'd be like, Captain's log. Let me tell you about this shit that happened on the green line. Do. I did that shit every day to the point where, like, if I missed a day, I was getting DMs like, oh, you ain't take the train today? You drove in? Like, it was that serious. And it was some people was like, man, you should do a podcast. And this was before everybody was doing one. So I just went online, bought me a little Amazon kit. Wrong mics, it's condenser mics. So, you know, these are dynamic. So which means it only gets what you speak into it. Pause. Condenser, you gotta like hold it like this, and you gotta talk like this. But it hears everything. So it would hear what you would hear upstairs. It would hear her twiddling on her phone. It would hear me grabbing this can. It would hear all of that shit besides you. So just over time, just learning more shit. You know, had a lot of guests come in. Just really raw. I still go back, you know, here and there and look at my first 3 or 4 episodes we did video, and I'm like, God, this shit look crazy to what it is now. But once I got to 75, I was like, I need some fucking backup because, you know, this shit is hard. You know, trying to learn everything, constantly trying to get people in, even going when we were doing it virtual, it was hard, man, to the point where it was just like, I felt like it was turning into a job. So I was like, I need some fresh insight, you know what I'm saying, that can, you know, I can step back here and there and just say, all right, you know, then he'll come in, all right, what do you about to think about this? Do. And I'm like, cool. So, I mean, ever since then, it's just been cool. But it's just like, this shit is so easy, bro. Like, now it's easy. Because for what we talk about, you know, sports, you know, regular comedy shit, local stuff, it's easy. Because it's always something going on. And a person like me, I've always got an opinion. You know what I'm saying? And he's always got an opinion, too. So we can get in here and we can talk for 30 minutes or an hour about any fucking thing. We can get in here just talk about just what we had going over the weekend. That should be 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, I got a space I done made for it. So shit, I ain't about to paint over this. So it's here to stay.
Okay. You know, I would like to say, you know, to you, I'm extremely proud of you. You know, you know what I'm saying, did something different. About you went to the service. You know what I'm saying? You know, I remember aunts and my mother and them, would they be like, man, let's say a prayer for Leon. He in the service. You know what I'm saying? So,
boy, they make that shit sound so bad.
Yeah.
They done went off into the service.
that's just like Mook. Now,
What
though,
service?
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that service. He went into the service.
Yeah, so
All right, Ma.
So you know, I just want, you know what I'm saying, you to know that I'm
That's what's up.
extremely proud of you. You know what I'm saying, man, you were definitely a trendsetter. You know.
Don't boost that nigga head too much.
Man,
he
I
gonna
try
be
to
talking
do it. I
shit
try
all
to do
week.
it a little bit, man.
He gonna be
you
talking
know.
shit all week.
Try to do it a
Motorcycle
little bit.
guy. Look, you know, and you know what I'm saying, this picture right here, Rick with him on the bike. So I remember at a family function, he like, yeah, cuz look at this. And he showed me laying on the bike. So off the top, I'm like, man, this person crazy as shit. The fuck? He got his whole leg on the ground. He stupid ass. And then he like, shit, cause this me, man. I do, man, you idiot. He's like, man, cause this me. I'm looking like, nah, man, cut it out. Nah, for real, man. I'm racing and the business. I say, man, you all right? You know what I'm saying?
That race on the street something different. I did it in the dirt. I ain't doing it in the street.
That shit is crazy.
I mean, I was always about the adrenaline, bro. Like you gotta,
That's what he said.
like you gotta understand though. Like when you just decide that, hey, Mom, I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave, and I'm about to holler at you in 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't have, Pops is not there for whatever reason they got going on. I ain't see him from 7 until I got out of boot camp. So I'm like, I don't have no direction. I'm crying in Iraq every night because I'm getting yelled at by grown ass men. And I never get yelled at. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I come home. I don't know shit about money. I'm thinking I got money. I'm swiping. I was like, shit, this shit say pending. It's still in there. I'm good. I don't know. All that shit coming out on Monday. I'm broke. You know what I mean? I'm driving from motherfucking North Carolina to D.C., Crown Vic, motherfucking fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Just to be home. Always wanted to be home. You know what I'm saying? And then get out and just kind of like not know what the fuck was going on. Like, it was rough. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, even then, because I didn't even really start linking up with y'all until I got out. So it's like, it's this whole other side of the family that I knew nothing. I knew but didn't know shit about my entire childhood. And I was just like, man, I supposed to been here, man. Like it really burns me, like, to this day that it's like, I feel like I missed out a lot of idle time when I was just chilling out, chilling around in my neighborhood, not really doing shit. But it's like, I see it now, and it's like, I love how, like, I call it my dad's side of the family. How y'all always link up. Y'all always doing, even yesterday, Saturday, we pulled up the Shaquana joint, and Big Tone, all them getting that. I was like, damn. I was like, is this Gene's birthday or is this the kickback? You know what I'm saying? But that's what they do. Like, it could be a newborn baby. It's gonna be a kickback the second half. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it, man. I just, I definitely try to do my thing. I try to give back, man, because I didn't have nobody to give me anything. So it's just like, I don't want to take that or like, well, ain't nobody gave me shit, so you got to figure it out. Nah, I'm pointing in the right direction at least. So. I appreciate you doing this, man. I always enjoy the conversations. Really good stuff. Is it that time?
You know it is. We got to find something else.
That's a fucking classic.
That shit's long as fuck. We got to find something else. All right, so it's my dad joke.
You telling this to him?
It's my dad joke. All right, I do a dad joke every episode. What did the egg say at the frat party?
What did the egg say at the frat party?
Hey, Bug, you know what he said?
Nah, what he say?
I'm lit.
All right, that was good. Dude, that was a good one. That was good.
That was a good one.
All right, but we done, man. Before we go, man, let everybody know your social media handles and where they can find you.
Oh man, that's a good thing right there. Nobody ever tell me to give my social media.
Yeah, you gotta give out them. Hey, look, it's gonna be in the caption too. But go ahead, give them handles out.
Okay, Instagram. That's the only thing I'm on. Instagram. My personal page is COA _ Ralo RALO 1. My clothing line page is Love Always Wins _ clothing. So yeah, man, that's where I'm at.
Check my man out. Check him out.
That's what's up.
All right, y'all. We're going. That's it.
Wrap this shit up.
Captain out.